Cortex Design is a full-service product design company. We take care of everything from initial concept development all the way through to visualization, industrial design, engineering, and production. And we tend to work on a small number of large projects. We stay with a customer from the beginning to the end and are often involved in ongoing production issues. And we look for clients who are aligned with us in trying to create products that solve real problems. We have a motto that people deserve a better experience. So we really look for clients that are trying to identify a clear human problem and solve that through application of technology. We have Fortune 500 clients all the way through to individual owner-operators. Most of our clients tend to be medium-sized businesses, and that are entering into an area where they haven't played before. So they're creating a product for the first time to fulfill a market need. Perfect client for us is there's a company called Cloud DX, a company based in New York City. They're developing emerging health tech products, so connected health, remote patient monitoring, that sort of thing. So we're the design firm that's responsible for creating their new product concepts. Cloud DX approached us when they needed someone to help them visualize a connected health device, a remote patient monitor that was able to monitor all 5 human vital signs continuously. So they had a technology approach that they wanted to follow, but they didn't have the people in-house to visualize what that was going to look like, give form to it, and understand how it would be used, and those sorts of things. So we articulate that in the early stages, and then we follow that through with prototyping services. This client has an existing blood pressure cuff, a commercial blood pressure cuff, that's been in production for some time. They were under an extreme deadline and needed to accelerate very quickly, so that's a great time to engage an external design firm. We have a network of both onshore and offshore production companies, so injection molding factories, die casting, stamping, castings, all of that sort of stuff. In the 15 years we've been in business, we've developed a pretty good network of trusted vendors, and we will keep our customers into that supply chain. What we can do here versus outsourcing really depends on the volume, on the process, and often on the size, and sometimes on the speed that's required. So we use onshore manufacturing facilities for definitely for larger things, heavier things, things that are being iterated very quickly, and we need to be close to the factory in order for that to take place. Any kind of consumer electronic injection molding or die casting stuff is generally done offshore. Like any sort of startup scene, the number of successes to failures is pretty disproportionately weighted towards the failures. But yeah, there's certainly a number of successes. There's tens of thousands of startups happening, and hardware startups are in the thousands anyway. And let's say there's 10% are successful. We're certainly working with a number of them. Actually, Voltera is a great example of a successful hardware startup.
Which one?
These guys right here. This is a circuit board printer. We did the industrial design and mechanical engineering consultation on that project. And they're operating out of Waterloo. And there's a huge amount of hardware activity going on in that Waterloo region. I guess most of the support around startups is focused on software startups, and the product cycle that goes into software startups. There's a lot more experience in that, and the barrier to entry is a lot lower for a software startup. You have a couple of guys and a couple of laptops, and you can get started on a new company. But hardware, as everybody in this organization knows, is much more persistent, and the experience in North America is not as great in manufacturing, and that isn't pushed as much as an educational component in high schools and universities. How do things actually get manufactured? So there's not a lot of experience, and as a result, I think there's a lot of misconceptions about timelines, how difficult it can be to overcome these things. That being said, it's also, there's never been an easier time to be a hardware startup. The number of tools that are available for prototyping and the speed with which you can get things done has improved tremendously, even in the past 5 years.